I think they really need to change something very basic in the game. Not just have those additions to the game and leave the core game the same. I feel my idea is make it a 10 card game, not 8 card, because there's so many cards and you can never use them. I would love it to be a 10 card game. And the second thing is, instead of the cycle, the rotation of cards, I would love to try the game when there is a cooldown of cards and then a recharge of cards. There's other games that work like that. What I mean by that is like you play the golem and then it has a cooldown like for 4 seconds where you can't play it. But after that you collect elixir, and if you have enough elixir you just can play him again. I would love that change. It would really change the game fundamentally, and I think that could be a good thing. Bigger decks are a good thing, but what they did is with those big decks and the cycle, that makes it totally random. I totally didn't like that. That was a fail. When I was speaking of bigger decks, I always thought remove the cycle. What I would really do is bigger decks like 10 cards for a change, so you can have more variety. You can combine beatdown and bridge spam in one deck if you want to. And then have them cool down and recharge and not cycle them anymore, so that it gets more strategic depth in it. And that would really change the game. I think the game needs a basic change. It can't be the same for 4 years and just adding stuff on top. It needs some basic change to make it interesting. And what they could do is they could introduce this as a game mode, as a what's it called, a challenge or an additional mode just for try, and if people like it they could switch the whole game into that kind of mode. I think that change would really be good, but I don't think they do it. I don't think they have the courage to really try something that goes to the core of the game. They just add additional game modes and try stuff, but they never touch the core of the game. They add stuff for casual players, but they still leave the core of the game the same for 3 years. And I believe that would be a good place to start changing things at the core of the game, to get a new player base. But that's just my thoughts on this. Yeah, and also different maps with different bridges. I also like that idea. Make different maps with different bridges, because the basic map, it just has different skins, but it's always the same thing. They failed so hard with touchdown mode, of course. They failed so hard with that. But you gotta take risks to stay relevant. I mean, you could try 3 bridges or 4 bridges, something like that. Also on ladder. They're so afraid to touch ladder. I really think they have to do something to make the game relevant again. They're so afraid to touch ladder. But why? Why not have different modes that also give you trophies? Why not? Why, for example, is it that double elixir does not give you trophies? I don't understand. They're so afraid to touch ladder. But why? It doesn't really matter. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You can win trophies with 2v2. You could win trophies with elixir, double elixir challenge and stuff like that. But and then different maps. I mean, it's just you always look at the same map. I really agree. Different maps would be fun.